Alright, gonna make a video showing how I detail this engine bay. I don't know what I call it, detailing, how I'm gonna clean this up. It's pretty dirty. Get some shots in here so you can kind of see. Drove, before it got to me, I guess it drove across the United States. And apparently went through some dust storms or something. It's pretty dirty. You can see and having a clean engine's important for a couple of reasons. Like Hondas are notorious for leaking around the distributor there, and that's usually just a seal that's in there. Also, valve covers leak, and those are easy fixes. And with this much junk and stuff, you can't tell what's been repaired and what's leaking and whatever. So I want to clean this all up, and then drive it for a little bit, and then they'll just let the leak show me where the problems are. Anyhow, only big things that I've ever had problems with. I've never had any trouble with this. You got to remember, this is Oregon. I'm from Oregon, and like it'll rain like 4 months at a time. So this one still has. It's pretty dark down there. But what I was trying to show you is, the bottom of the engine bay is open. If you're gonna drive through rain for 4 months, I guarantee you water's splashing up in the engine and stuff. And your engine's not like freaking out over it, because your modern engines are pretty much sealed. Else they couldn't sell them in Oregon. I wouldn't like open up this and spray water in your fuse box, but it's already sealed, so you're not gonna really get water in there unless you purposely do it. The biggie is your distributor, and some of the distributors will have like little holes in here for in case you get an oil in there, so it'll drip out. And so what I would do is, after you get done detailing this, is I'd take off your cap, shoot some WD-40 in there, just clean that all up real good, make sure there's no moisture in there, and put it back together, and I'll just solve that problem right there before it even starts. Also, you want to do this early in the morning. I just got up, and so the engine's really cold, and you want to do this when it's cold. Because what happens is, the way the moisture gets in this is when the engine's hot, the steam will rise and the vapors will collect on there. And if you you get in your shower and you turn on the hot water, the steam goes, and where does it do? It attracts to the cold mirror, and you get a lot of condensation built up. Kind of like the same principles as you get a cold glass of water, ice water on a hot day, and it gets droplets of water forming on the outside. You didn't put any water there, but that's where it ends up forming. That's going to happen on your engine, so it's better just to do it with the whole thing cold on a cool morning. And then you just let it air dry out, and then when it's nice and hot at the end of the day, you can start your engine. You shouldn't have any trouble with any of that evaporated steam stuff. And so let me mount. I can show you this. So I went down to realize this is what I usually get from the dollar store. I use LA Awesome Clean, and see, this is 20 ounces, and this is $1, but it's too early, and I didn't realize it was out, so I ran to Walmart, and you can get 32 ounces. It looks a lot bigger, and it's only $1.47, so it's just a few cents more, and it looks like you get more product. And the spray bottle looks like it's maybe a little bit more better designed. So for extra 47 cents, you get a bigger bottle and a little bit nicer spray bottle. Anyway, so I'm just gonna hose this down first. So I'll show you. I'm gonna put this camera on a camera mount, and that way I can use both hands. Okay, first thing to do is get my leaky hose out. Squirt me in the face. Anyways, I'm gonna spray down the engine bay. Let's see if that's coming out good. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna water it down a little bit, just to kind of get it moist. I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, don't get your alternator wet." There you go. See, I'm spraying down my alternator. Your alternator, again, if you live in Oregon, it's getting wet every time you go through a puddle. Alright, so just gonna let that soak in, get ready with the next thing there. Alright, next I'm gonna get my LA Awesome spray. I'm gonna use my small bottle first and just start playing that around. And I'm not going to do this all in one shot, I'm just kind of do this in layers. So this is kind of just a general overall, and then I'll see what the bad spots are, and then I'll come back and hit it with more of a direct application. So just going to let that soak in for a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in and hit a couple spots that I can see that are kind of heavy or dirty. I'm just going to put it more on the spray. Yeah, it's pretty dirty there. The first one was kind of getting all over. This one I'm hitting the heavier spots with. I've tried like, I don't know, everybody probably starts out with that engine degreaser stuff. What is it called? Gunk or something like that? I don't even know. Haven't used it for so long. That stuff's pretty expensive. And this stuff's, you know, like I said, you can buy this for $1 at the dollar store, and a big bottle. See, look how good that works. See right there, I'm cleaning it. I hope that's coming up. Should have. Anything really comparable, but that's just knocking the dirt right off there. What I was going to say is that expensive stuff doesn't even work as good as this cheap stuff. So, you know, you hear people saying you get what you pay for. Well, sometimes that's not always true. Sometimes you pay way through the nose for something that doesn't work that good. It'll be pretty interesting to compare go back and look at the beginning of this video and compare what it looks like after I get done. Bottle's about shot there. It was pretty empty when I started though. I was hoping this had more of a spray mode on it. Huh. This bottle doesn't have a spray mode. Yeah, another example right there. You know, this bottle is more expensive, but I figured it worked better, and it does spray better, but it doesn't have more of a jet mode on it. So the cheaper bottle has 2 modes, where this one only has 1. Probably the hardest part about it, this is being patient enough to wait for the product to do its work, because you kind of want to wash it off and see what your results are. And you don't want to wait it too long. You don't want this stuff to dry in there, because then you're just be fighting it. But you want to let it wait long enough to penetrate. I really wish this had more of that jet spray on it, because it works really good like that. Get my bar here. The valve cover is usually pretty hard because it gets really hot. Alright, so I'm going to start cleaning this off here before it gets dried on there. Kind of keep going until you see it stop foaming on you. Yeah, valve cover's got really, I must have had a really bad leak there before because it's really sticking right there. Alrighty, that was a long video. So let me get this off the camera mount for you. Okay, now I'm going to go around and show you. And if you rewind and look at the beginning of the video, see a lot of difference. This came out really good. It's almost brand new. And this is, I need to go over it a couple more times. I remember this is where I wiped my finger, how much dirt there was there. That brake booster is looking all nice and clean. The back wall is looking a lot cleaner. The hood looking a lot cleaner there. My alternator's all wet. Oh no, it's not gonna hurt anything. Just let it dry out. You can actually read the model number off the engine there. That cleaned up fairly well. This is what's really on there bad. I might have to put a little elbow grease in that. And sure, it looks brand new, and it is. It's just looks like aftermarket. So your battery is covered up. And you saw it get all wet. Didn't hurt anything there. intake, sealed. The paper filter in there, imagine if it got water in there, that'd mess up that paper filter. That's why I designed it tight. Fuse box looks nice. Back end cleaned up pretty good. Anyways, so you just keep doing that, and again, the key is to have the engine cold in the morning, and then you want to let this air dry out on its own. Nice hot summer day. There's not too much more to watch on this, so that's about it. Just figured I'd show you how to do it. Also, if you look at this engine compared to if you were buying this car, and in the beginning of the video you're looking at that car the way it looked, I mean, probably even the owner's like, oh, I don't know if this is a good engine. But you come back now and look at the same engine, it looks like, hey, that's not too bad looking. I'll probably get you a couple $100 more value just by having a clean engine bay right there. And plus it shows, you know, that you're taking care of the car. If you're not willing to clean the engine, you probably didn't keep the maintenance up on it. Anyway, so just figured I'd make this video out so that people could see how I clean my engine bays. And I'll talk to you later. If you like this, click on like, and if you want to see more videos like this, just hit subscribe and you'll get updates when I post new videos.